Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be a video response to a question asked by Lawnboyspost1975, or Dave. He asked a question that was really relevant, and it's something that I've had quite a few thoughts on in the past. And I'll post a link in the description below to his original post. And Dave was asking the question, do you ever feel guilty when you're not when you're not kind of making the sort of videos that your subscribers want to? Do you ever feel pressure or a bit guilty, or do you feel stressed by that? And I think undoubtedly at times the answer for me has been yes. I think a channel goes through different phases and different pressures that come with each kind of phase of development. The first part of a channel is all about trying to get subscribers. You just want to get people out there to notice what you're doing and to get some interaction and to have your content actually meaning something and people actually watching it. But once you start to gain subscribers, then it's actually about much more than that. Then each and every subscriber that you have is amazing. I'm so thankful for all the subscribers that I have to this channel, and it continues to amaze me that people subscribe and want to watch what I do. But certainly when you first get subscribers, you have to get used to that. And in the past, I did find that quite stressful, in the sense that it can feel like an obligation. There are people there expecting your content, and you could see that as like a pressure that's saying you got to keep making stuff, and if you don't make stuff, people will unsubscribe. Now, I don't know where that thought comes from. It's possibly because I'm a bit of a pessimist, or that I have negative kind of thinking. But I certainly don't think that I would be unique in having that kind of thought. So yeah, subscribers can make you feel guilty or make you feel pressure to make a certain kind of video. But actually, I think that was a really unrealistic thing to have, and the reality is not the same as what was in my head. People, I think Kit171 or Mike was really reassuring in that instance when I posted once that actually I was finding it hard to commit and to keep producing videos. And he was like, look, this is a hobby and just do what you can. And I think that sentiment is really echoed throughout the community, and that's a really kind thing. Actually, this is my channel and it's up to me what I do with it. And I have to try to remove that pressure, otherwise it just becomes stressful. At the end of the day, people shouldn't feel like that. Put videos out when you can, and if you don't feel like it, then don't. I think it's very hard if you make a series. Now, I know some people do long Let's Play series and put their videos out on certain days, or they do, for example, a Friday talkie, or they do a Wednesday vlog like Dave does. That's something that I've tried to steer away from. If you look at recommendations for getting subscribers and getting a popular channel, one of the things that everybody says is you need to have regular content, and that doesn't mean that you're putting out videos often. It means that you put out videos in a scheduled way, videos that come out on certain days. To me, that is a surefire way of giving yourself too much pressure. I did try to do a series called Free Spin Friday, where I would play a racing game and talk about some topics from the week. And I stopped doing it because what happens if it comes to Friday and you feel tired? What happens if it comes to Friday and you haven't got any ideas? You're kind of building pressure upon yourself there to make content. And actually, I think that a lot of the pressure that exists is actually self-made, self-built. I think the community are actually very forgiving, and there have been periods of time where I just haven't been able to put videos out. My subscriptions haven't gone down. You guys are really lovely and patient, and you just wait, and then when something comes out, you're back there again. Now, the other interesting point is the type of content. I do sometimes feel a pressure to alter the content that I put out based on what's popular. I like playing Nintendo Wii, but most of the time my Wii game videos will get far less views than other stuff. I think a lot of the subscribers that I've got here like Sega Mega Drive, or they like those other old retro systems. Certain systems like the Wii may not be so popular or so interesting to people, and so when I do videos on those, maybe people don't like those as much. One thing, and I think that pressure does modify my content, and that's not necessarily all a bad thing. I'm not massively into doing vlogs and talkies, or at least those are more difficult for me to do, because I've always found it much easier just to plug in my console and do a let's play and or do a what the hell, a gameplay video. I'm sorry, I'm post work and the words are a little bit hard. But you know, at the end of the day, I think you have to do what you like, and you shouldn't feel pressure into doing stuff that you don't like. Certainly there is a guilt from my point of view. I feel pressured, and again it's a self-pressure, to make videos really well polished, to use my video camera, to use my microphone, to have great sound quality and great lighting. But actually there are great channels that don't do that stuff, and that again is a pressure that I've put on myself. When you start a channel, you may be in a certain place, and as you go along, that place may be different. So for example, I started my channel when I had lots of free time, and I was off work quite a bit, or had annual leave and a lot of space. And I'm not in that place now. So I could unrealistically put pressure on myself to be like, well, you have to maintain the regularity you once had. You have to have the format that you once had and the quality. But realistically, I can't do that. I think you have to be smart at getting around those pressures and actually just being like, well, you know, what's realistic and what can I actually do? And as AD Sneaker Freak said, sometimes it is about just, you know, putting the camera on and going for it. And so this is what I'm doing. This is recorded again on my iPhone, and it doesn't have all of the bells and whistles, but it's me, and it's a way that I can get some regularity out there. And I've had to let my sort of OCD, for want of a better word, I use that term very lightly, let that kind of attention to detail slip a little bit. Because what do people actually want at the end of the day? Do they want something polished? Or do they want to see you and hear your opinion and have some content? Because at the moment I'm working really hard and I'm tired. And actually all I can be bothered doing is this kind of video where I just put the camera on my phone and just talk to the phone. It's very little editing and very little maintenance. So yes, I do feel a lot of pressure. But I think a lot of that pressure is self-inflicted. And the community are very forgiving, and at the end of the day, you should just do what you can realistically do, what you can realistically manage. And hey, it's your channel. Don't worry about these kind of standards and pressures and types of videos that you think you have to do. At the end of the day, do what you want to do what you can realistically do. So that's my 2 pence. Another great vlog from Dave Lawnboyspost. Please do check out his original post, and I look forward to hearing your opinions on this, guys. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.